So what's Monday like for you? Obviously, they come to you and they tell you, hey, we're going to move on from Jamie. You're going to get more of an opportunity to play. What's that like, and what's this week been like?
It was shocking when I heard the news. All credit to Jamie, incredible player, Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion. He's a great player, and I wish him the best of luck and whatever he has coming next. He was a big role model to me. Can't thank him enough. But when they came to me and said it was my time to step up, just had to prepare mentally better. Throughout. Not saying that I wasn't. When I wasn't playing, but it's just a different mindset you bring to the table at that point. But throughout the week, it's just been getting in the film room a lot, asking questions. Stuff I was doing even before this time has come, but it's just a different approach to the game. I would say a big role, especially being a rookie, but I'm ready for the task, though. So,
how do you expect to be used in this game? How do you expect them to use you in this game?
I'm playing inside linebacker, obviously, at our buck position. Mostly our base defenses, but that's pretty much it. There's some packages I can be in. We have our Bruno package and a bunch of other things. I can come in nickel sometimes, but basically our base defense. So. Something like that. He's more in our nickel package, and I'm more in our, different packages. So. Yeah, you're talking about as far as the Jamie situation, though, about I'm a rookie, so I really don't even know, now I know because I've seen it since I've been here, as guys moving on to new guys, things like that, and you never know what can happen when you walk in this building. I think that's a reason why you have to stay on your A game 24/7. Not saying Jamie wasn't, and because I think he was. He did a great job, but you see that from a lot of different positions. But that just lets you know what you have to bring to the table, and anything can happen. That just allows you as a player to bring your A game every day, whether it's practice, whether it's a walkthrough, whether it's the game. You just have to have that mindset and a different approach to everything that you're doing. And like they said, this is a business aspect. So
what's it been like? What's it been like just the first two games, sitting and watching after you feel like you really did all you could to prove yourself in camp in the preseason, and then to kind of be on the outside looking in? What's that been like for you?
Honestly, I think it's Most High. I think it's God telling me it's not my time yet. I'm a rookie. I have a lot to learn. I had great veterans in front of me, Alex, Jamie, those guys who taught me a lot. I would go for them for answers, for questions and answers, and and I can't really say that it frustrated me that much, because I knew I was a rookie. I had more to learn. I needed to develop. Even though it might have seemed like I was ready to play, I believe I was ready to play, but at the same time, it's not my decisions. I don't make decisions what's going on upstairs or the coaching staff. I just put my head down and work. That's always been what I did my whole life, was just put my head down and work. And then whenever my time came, it come and I get the job done. So
Let's touch right into that. You sort of addressed it right there. You were ready. You think you were ready for this couple weeks. How have the last couple weeks
yeah, I would say it just helped me prepare mentally. Just what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through a game plan as if I was playing, basically. So whether that's studying each aspect of the game, third down, red zone, short yardage, and so prepare my mind for when the time was to come. And I didn't know when the time would have come, and as it is now. But just exactly. So just basically prepare myself for when it was my time. So
confidence is so important to this profession.
Yes.
I don't know how confident you were the very first time you stepped on the preseason field, but as you got through that preseason and had the moments that you had, how did your confidence grow between, I guess, the start and the end?
For preseason?
Yeah, to where it is now.
Honestly, that's what the coaching staff have been preaching to me is confidence. You're a rookie, so you kind of, it's one of those things to where I would say the biggest thing is you don't want to mess up. And I think that gets stuck in every rookie's mind is I want to do everything right, and at the end of the day, you're going to make mistakes. You're young, you're maturing. There's people above you have played a lot more football than you have. They have a lot more knowledge of the game, and that's just something that you develop. To now, it was just basically just treating everything like a professional. studying more, watching film on your own, asking questions. I think I had a big problem with asking questions when I first got here. And it wasn't that I, nervous to ask questions. It's just that I was too busy trying to listen, and I just didn't have time for but then asking questions really helped me. Like you said, confidence is key. I'm building it. I'm still building the confidence. Not saying that I don't have it, but you just grow in that aspect, and I'm just growing every day as a player. So
you're worried about making mistakes. Obviously, that's slowing you down. That's the last thing you can afford at this level. So how do you balance, focusing on doing things right, but also making sure you're playing full speed every snap?
That just comes with preparation. The more prepared you are, the more confident you'll be, and that's how I approached it in college. I figured, if I don't study throughout the week and I go in the game, I'm not gonna be confident in what I'm doing. But if I study, watch film, read my keys, and go to the game knowing that I did everything I could to prepare for this week, that's where the confidence comes from. So I think it's just more preparation than anything. So.
Well, not made mistakes. I mean, Lamar's a guy who makes a lot of people make mistakes, right? Especially outside of people. So what sort of challenge is that first start playing against him? Level of excitement for that too.
It's very exciting. It's funny. He was my first college football game. We played him when he was in Louisville at Lucas Oil. I was on the sideline, but I played him. I played against him in college. He's Lamar Jackson. Great quarterback. Can move, has speed. I just think you have to approach the game that's any other way you approach any other game. You have to, I wouldn't say treat him the same. I mean, obviously, there's not so many quarterbacks that can run like him, but go back to what he said, confidence is the key. It's kind of when you try to tackle this guy, don't stop your feet. You run right through him. And, just small things like that. I mean, I wouldn't say obviously it changed the game plan throughout the week of how we prepare for a guy like him, knowing that he's going to run a ball, but same time, you have to approach every week, with the confidence of defense every week the same. So
do you have any stories about that first game, just staying on the sideline, marveling at
Yeah, so this is back when he was blowing up on the internet. It was Lamar Jackson this, Lamar Jackson that, and then when I got to college and they said Louisville was our first game, and I was like, this is crazy. And the crazy thing is I didn't know I was going to travel. It was like a day before, they were like, hey, you're traveling. Don't know if you're going to play, but you're traveling. So it was me and 3 other linebackers I played with in college. Stay on the sideline watching this guy, and it was everything you've seen on the internet. Got to the sideline, he's gone from there. But we actually did pretty good against him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what his stats were that game, but I just know the score wasn't, directly high as his other games have been. But, like I said, great dynamic quarterback, and we're looking forward for this challenge. So. Yeah. Yes, I did. When I was young, I used to be a fan, but I can't be a fan anymore.
Have you ever played against someone in his stratosphere? Mobile quarterbacks a little more confident in college ball.
Nope. I have not.
Did you play myself?
No, I didn't. I played 0 snaps on defense and 0 snaps on special teams. But the next game, we played Ohio University, and that's when I began to play special teams and a little bit of defense. So,
curious as go ahead.
No, it's too much.
Yeah.
I'm curious. You talk about the importance of studying. Obviously, this is a job versus college where your responsibilities are split. So, just put it into context for us. I mean, how much film were you watching a week in college, and how much film are you watching this week in terms of hours? Have you even thought about it?
In college, oh man, my senior year especially, I couldn't stop watching it. I literally could not stop watching film. It was because I knew where I wanted to be. I knew where I wanted to go, and that was the only way to get where I wanted to go. And it was just constantly every day, 2 hours before practice, 2 hours after practice, at home. It was. And then, honestly, now it's like the same thing. You have your time in the building, but, when I get home, it's just anytime I'm bored all the time, man. There's nothing to do at home. So just imagine the amount of times I get bored is when I start watching film. And you can just imagine that's probably the whole night. So and I think it's very important. Film is, some people take it for granted, but film is very important. And NFL is way different from college. And honestly, you have to up that. You study 4 hours in college, and you got to study 8 in the NFL, it's like I said, it's the business aspect, and it's more to it, and you have more, dynamic players like Lamar that you have to play against. So,
do you know how to watch it differently though now? I mean, do you have a better approach and focus on what you're looking for that helps you process what you're watching and get more out of it?
Honestly, and Jamie actually gave me this. He gave me some advice. He said, obviously take the coaching. Coach said do this, do it that way. And when you come to watch a film, learn in a way that you can learn. Like, not saying don't listen to the coach, but like obviously listen to the coach. If coach says watch it, like, so when I watch film, I kind of use the same technique I used in college. Whether that's early in the week, I watch first, second down, run, passes, and then as we progress in the third down, I watch third down, runs, passes, red zone, run, passes, and short yardage, runs, and the passes. And I just kept that same routine, and it helped me a lot in college. But obviously, there's little adjustments you have to make. But like I said, I'm young, and I'm still developing that. So it's really something that you learn throughout. So for instance, we have a linebacker meeting this afternoon, and you kind of just take small stuff like, what do they watch for? Do I need to start watching? How the back's adjustments? What just small keys to read. But honestly, now I just take the same approach I did in college and how I watched it, because it helped me out a lot. And so that shows me different. Then I'll just stick with my same routine. So.